Wait, oh wow.
오! 야, 딥다크 세티헤드. 딥다크. 오야. 오야. 자, 아니, 딥다크 돈이 나온다고요? 헐, 대박. 이게. 야, 아까 아니 딥다크 돈돈 아니 아 이거 너무 하드코어한다 이거.
The Sculpt Catalyst. And the main thing about the Sculpt Catalyst is it's actually what causes the sculpt to spread. As you can see here, whenever a mob dies, such as a zombie, near the Sculpt Catalyst, it actually spreads sculpt underneath it. And the amount is based on how much XP that zombie would have dropped.
Wow. So, the deep dark, it's kind of overgrown with all these sculpt blocks, so that means that lots of mobs must have died there.
Quite a lot, yes.
Make it less scary. Oh, and as you can see here, when you mine some of the sculpt blocks, you actually get enchanting points.
Yes, and of course, if you still want to get some of the blocks for decoration or something, you can just use a Silk Touch.
Now we have the Skulk Shrieker. So when this block is activated, it's gonna give that really scary shriek sound that you heard now. And it also gives this darkness effect, so it's like pulsating darkness.
You can see now when you're sneaking and you step on it.
이거 완전 아니야 그러니까 됐던 거죠. 아. 아. 야, 잠깐. 저기 붙이면 저기서, 와중에 다 들켜나고. 그니까. 아니. 야. 저걸 거죠. 야. 이거.
For different biomes, for example, the birch forest, as you can see in this beautiful concept art. So in the birch forest, you want it to be like light and peaceful, and the sun reaches the ground, the trees are taller, and the flowers, things like that.
It's really beautiful. It looks very Swedish in the birch forest.
That's true. That's actually very Swedish forest. Our art team is just so amazing. It's such a beautiful concept art. And as you can see here, the atmosphere is really different from the birch forest as well.
It really is. It's amazing. So we have another one of our gameplay designers.
뭐야, 보자. 버트 이거. 실제 거. 나는 모르겠네요. 버트 실제야. 자, 알려주든.
So as you can see here, this is a propagule, and propagules grow from mangrove trees. They're actually like ready to grow mini mangroves growing from the mangrove. And you can see here, the mangrove tree grows propped up on root blocks. It has vines hanging down from the leaves. The propagules are actually growing underneath the leaves. They actually grow from the leaves themselves. And I really like how the propagules are looking here. And okay, I'm just
Will there be a new wood type?
망,
And
망그로브
therefore we're so
타입.
happy that we were able to add a new wood type for the mangroves. And look at it, I think it's really pretty. And you also don't see like all the blocks here. It's gonna be like a full set for the wood types. It's gonna be like doors and quite a lot back and forth. And it was a bit tricky to decide how the route should look like, as you see in this picture here. But now I'm so happy that we went with the like multi-block routes. Because, for example, when you like go with a boat and then you can go under the mangroves, and I think that adds such a nice feeling to it. Yeah, like in this picture. It's really nice.
This video, walking around, you're just completely surrounded in the mangrove swamp. It's just mangroves as far as the eye can see, just like in real life. And you have all the mangroves propped up on their roots, growing in the water, so you can take your boat underneath like Agnes likes. And you're just completely surrounded by the awesome beauty of it.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, and I mean, during sunset, every time I was testing, I would actually like pause the day-night cycle just to watch the sunset in the mangrove swamp. It was super beautiful. So we're adding really cool renewability mechanics to mud. The first of which is if you take a dirt block and pour a water bottle on it, then you can get more mud. And then the other one is if you take your mud block and you stick it on top of the dripstone, it will sort of like drip the water out of the mud and eventually dry it out, which you can see here, the brick texture is actually different than the other stone bricks that we have in the game. So they're sort of smaller, more compact, but it is really cool like to build with, matches a lot of different block sets, and I'm really excited to build with them.
야, 개구리. 뭐야? 개구리. 몸이 난다고? 아니, 마크의 개구리라니. 뭐야, 신기한데요?
So you can see them roaming around, adding a lot of ambience to the swamp, making it feel just nice and cozy at night. But really, my favorite part of them is just making the world come to life, like feeling like there is life going on all around you. And oh yeah, also their frog food. Yeah, forgot to mention that. Their frog food.
Poor fireflies.
뭐야, 파 드로브 사이드. 뭐야.
As you can see here, so the frogs have kind of like two main systems. One is the tadpole system, and the other one is the cold-blooded system. So frogs are like the first cold-blooded animal in Minecraft. And in real life, there actually are frog variants that
The jungle, and you take your tadpole with you, and if it grows up there, it'll turn into a lovely tropical frog. And what I really love about the tropical frogs is how just relaxed they look, and they're like blending into the sand almost. They're just so relaxed, just chilling there.